All right, and we are live. Fuck.
All right.
Because I never say fucking die. I never say die. Ever. I cried for a little bit. Let it all out. And now I'm back.
All right. I'll get myself situated here real quick.
Yeah. And I need you to check to make sure it's not lagging. Because I have everything off, so I don't know if I'm lagging or not. I could be lagging.
You're not lagging.
Are you watching now?
No, I'm about to put it on. Let me see.
Okay. But I'm not lagging with you.
No, not with me.
Yay! I'm so excited. See, I'm going back and forth. Okay. Good. Yes. So it's like I click on me, and then I click on Matt. Yay! I'm so happy. Oh my god. I'm never going to let anybody fuck with my computer ever again. That was the worst experience of my fucking life. I was distraught. I cried. I called you and I called somebody else. And yeah, I cried and I cried. And I feel better now. I let it all out. And I feel better now. So here it is.
All right.
All right.
So I am pulling it up now.
All right. Good deal. Yeah, because I don't have anything else going. Because I do not want to mess any of this out.
It's a little behind, but I think we're good.
Is it lagging?
Well, it's behind on my computer, but it's not lagging.
Okay. Are you reading the comments on your computer or are you reading them on your phone?
Yes, Melissa says it's working now.
Thank God.
What I am seeing is just me. I'm not seeing you anymore.
Yeah, because I clicked on you.
Oh,
See?
Okay. All right, gotcha. Okay,
See?
so yes, Melissa says it's working. I sent Matt some steps that I found to help. So, but Amanda figured out how and called me. So then, now we figured it out. I'm going to leave that up to her. Let her be the guru on all that. She could show me how to do
figured it out all by myself after crying for a little bit. I cried for a minute. I was very upset.
All right. It happened.
I was very. I dropped my list. Hold on. So, being that you just did your list, how many people are? We probably have nobody watching right now, just because of all this shit.
2. I've got 2. So
got
Melissa
everybody
definitely on.
Man,
I got Melissa and probably me, but
yeah. Oh man, everybody just dipped out. Everybody just couldn't handle.
Back. OCD horror is back. Yay, we're back.
Yay! I fixed it. I cried for a minute, and then I put my big girl pants on, and I fixed it. Am I lagging?
No.
All right. Okay, well.
Okay. Cecil, we got a comment that says Cecil just ended a stream, so we're about to have some people pouring in.
Good, because I am very embarrassed. Oh shit, Matt, I need you to talk about something real quick. I want to ask you a question. I want to know how your show went. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, Matt had a show that he did his live stream behind the scenes, and he did the show. Stay tuned for murder.
Stay tuned for murder.
Yes, and he played Pee Wee Herman. So I would like to hear Matt talk about the show and what happened.
It was I'm gonna be honest, it was kind of a rough crowd. It was last night was it was the most subdued crowd we had. And I mean, they still got into it. They still had fun, but we had a lot of younger crowd. So a lot of them didn't know what characters we were portraying. I mean, I'm talking way young. Like Dora was the only one they knew. Like, so.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So a lot of the jokes didn't really fly. It just felt a little strange compared to all the previous performances where everybody got really into it and was really loud and just having a good time. And they
Matt,
were last night too, but it was rough.
Matt,
It was
I don't mean to
took us a while
interrupt
to get
you,
there.
but I have a
Go
question.
ahead.
Is my mic? I didn't mean to interrupt you, but my mic, I don't know if it's working. Melissa, can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Can they hear me though?
Let me see. I'm gonna turn my volume on.
Can you guys
Yes.
hear?
Yes, I can hear you on the stream.
Okay. All right, because my mic is blinking and I just turned it back. I didn't know if I had it off. I guess I had it on something else. All right. Well, I guess that's the only thing I was wondering about that. Get back
Yeah,
to
it
me.
was a rough night, but we made it through, and it was a good show, and we put it to bed. That was the last one for that particular murder mystery. So.
Oh wow. Well,
Yeah,
I missed what the show is actually about.
it wasn't actually. I wasn't actually playing Pee Wee Herman. I was playing like a version of him called Petey Sherman, and it was called Petey's Playground. And the premise was that he was doing a production of his show, and all these other hosts from other shows that had been canceled started showing up on the show, and then he gets a letter from the girl from the Blues Clues character that someone's trying to destroy his show and kill him. So
Oh wow.
so the whole play is trying to find out which one of these characters is trying to take over his show. So,
oh wow, that's really interesting.
yeah, it was really cute. We had such characters as Mr. Rogers. We had Captain Kangaroo, Sherry Lewis, and Lamb Chop. We had characters that represented all these. So, like, to avoid copyright infringement, I do characters that are similar sounding and are more parodies of the actual character. So it was like Petey Sherman and Scary Lois and Mr. Richards, like, knockoff brand versions.
Oh wow.
The Walmart brand of characters.
I'm gonna hold on one second. I want you to tell them, because earlier you listed your favorite, when you went live again after a messed up stream. I noticed only a few people tuned in. Can you go ahead and elaborate on what you said your number one favorite date movie was?
My number one favorite date movie was.
I need to go get another cough drop, guys. Hold on, I'm sorry.
Well, my number one favorite date movie was, as I said in the earlier stream, What Lies Beneath, because it's got such a strong statement about relationships and about trust in a relationship, and it's a smoldering kind of movie. And definitely, you can't go wrong with Miss Michelle Pfeiffer. Like I said, I might be a gay man, but that is a beautiful woman. So, and she just oozes sex. So, even when she's being romantic or whatever, she still oozes sex. So, sorry guys, got the hiccups. My number one date movie would have to be What Lies Beneath. I remember actually going to see that on a date, and it was a really good date night. Like, that was a good pick for a date movie. So definitely that one. All right, let's see. Your hat may or may not be hypnotizing you, Addie. It's a great hat, isn't it? It's got like the big jack on the front. It's got the little scene on the hill. It's a really good hat. It's one of my favorites. I'm a hat guy because I don't have a whole lot of hair. That's why I wear hats and wigs. So let's see.
I'm looking for my cough syrup, so I'll be right back.
Okay. I can actually do that, Melissa. Let's see. Let's see if this works a little better. Hope you guys can hear me. Let me know if you can hear me while we try this out. Can you guys hear me? Yep. Okay, good. Good. Sounds good. All right, then we'll now there's no echo and we should be good. And I don't feel like I have to shout either because I've got the mic right here. So that works for me. Let's see. So yeah, it'll be easier for me.
That's on my cough syrup, so one's gonna have to do.
It works out.
Yep, I thought I had it in the car, but apparently not. So I guess I left
well.
it. It's all good. Oh well. All right, guys. Well, I guess we're gonna go ahead and start with a countdown. Which who do we have watching right now, Matt?
Let's see. We've got OCD. We've got Dino. We've got Melissa. That's all I'm seeing chatting so far. I got 4 watching.
All right, cool. I don't have anything up on my screen right now because I'm leaving everything up to the Google Hangouts because for some reason it's all messing up over here.
I gotta plug my phone in.
All right, guys. So basically, I'm having a countdown of my top 10 favorite romantic horror films. Matt kind of said his earlier, but I haven't heard his. So I'm going to go ahead and ask Matt what his number 10 was because I want to know.
So my number.
So you're number 10.
Okay, so let me just get set up here. I'm just moving a little bit so that I can reach the plug and everything. Is that good? Am I crooked?
No, you're good.
Crooked. Okay. All right. So shit. My list is over here. So my number 10 was Interview with a Vampire.
Oh, good one.
Because I mean, you just can't do romance without Brad Pitt and Tom Cruise in the same movie.
No, you can't.
That's a lot of sexual tension in that movie.
Yes, there is.
So yes, that would be my number 10. So what's your number 10, Amanda?
My number 10, let me go ahead and flip back to me. My number 10 actually is going to be, I have a list of stuff right here. Let's see. My number 10 is actually going to be Pet. I did a review on this not too long ago, and I told people about it. It stars Dominic Monaghan, and it's about this guy who takes this girl, and he kidnaps her and puts her in a little box cage. And
Fuego's watching, by the way.
Oh, hey, Fuego. He puts her in a little box cage, and he keeps her there. And I can't really go into detail exactly what it's about because it has a lot of twists and turns in it. But it stars Dominic Monaghan, and it's pretty freaking rad. So, yeah. So that
what is the name of that again?
It's called Pet.
Pets. Very nice.
No, Pet as one. Pet.
Yeah.
Okay. Very romantic in its weird way. And it stars, like I said, Dominic Monaghan. You guys might remember him from Lord of the Rings. And he's actually in this movie that I love called I Saw the Dead. Okay. Which is pretty, it has Ron Perlman in it, and it's pretty awesome. So, yeah, Pet is going to be my number 10. And if y'all haven't checked it out, I have a review on it on the channel. So y'all check it out. Pretty good movie. So, yeah, that's my number 10. I guess we'll go ahead and go to Matt to his number 9.
Well, my number 9 is continuing the vampire trend, and it's definitely cliche, but I picked The Lost Boys, and not because of the Michael and Star storyline, but more of Michael and the main vampire played by Kiefer Sutherland. There was a lot of homoerotic sexual tension in that movie, so yeah, that's a good one for me. That is
a really good one.
Yeah, and probably because I was like close to puberty when it was coming around, so I was definitely there with that one. So yeah, that's my number 9 would be The Lost Boys. A very sexy film to me.
It is a very sexy film. I think it's a very romantic film in the nature of just vampires romantic period.
Absolutely. That's why I said most of my list is probably vampire films just because.
Yeah. So
there's
yeah,
nothing sexier.
Yeah. There's nothing sexier than a vampire. They're all just
absolutely that eternal youth and beauty, and that long, everlasting. You could be with the person that you love for the rest of your life. So let's hear your number 9.
Before we do that, can you double check just to make sure I'm not lagging? Because like I said, I don't have any windows open right now just because I don't want it. And I'm not even tweeting live right now.
Yeah, we're playing just fine.
All right, guys. And I'm not even tweeting that we're live right now just because I don't want to interfere with whatever's going on with my internet right now, and I don't want to mess it up. So anyway, so yeah, okay, well, I'll go ahead and get to my number 9. All right. All right, guys. Oh, no, I already did I do my number 9? I'm like,
no, you did your number 10, right?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I lost my paper that actually had my notes on it, and I just grabbed the one that just had all the ones I had on it. All right,
yeah,
my number 9.
You did your number 10.
Yeah, okay. Well, then my number 9 is going to be one of my favorites. It's not a vampire film. It's actually on a different level. It is Jack Nicholson and Michelle Pfeiffer in Wolf.
Oh, Wolf.
Yes.
Okay.
Michelle Pfeiffer, Jane Spader. It's a Wolf film.
Not a vampire film. It's actually on.
I'm just checking the volume.
Oh, I hear myself, Matt.
Sorry. Yeah, I'm checking to make sure we're not lagging because you were breaking up in my ear. So.
Oh, okay. My voice.
But you're not lagging on here, so that's fine.
Okay. Well, it's probably my voice that's cracking. It's probably not your. mic.
No. It was just in my thing. It was going in and out, but it could be just like.
But yeah, it has James Spader, Jack Nicholson, and Michelle Pfeiffer. It's a werewolf film, and it's one of my favorites. It's a very romantic film. So if y'all haven't checked it out, it's called Wolf. And it's an amazing film. I love it very much. So, yeah. Has anybody else seen Wolf? Anybody in the comments have seen Wolf?
I love it. It's a good one. Fuego has seen it. Melissa says, I hope Warm Bodies made the list. OCD Horror says, I didn't watch Pet when it came out because there was a killer here who was keeping a girl in a cage at the time. It's a little too close to reality.
Well,
but I read it.
No.
That.
Who said that? Who said they didn't watch
OCD.
it? Okay, OCD, watch the film because I think you'll be pleasantly surprised on the trailers. Do not just the film, but watch it because it has a wonderful twist in it that I just loved.
Well, they go back and they said, I read it isn't quote unquote that. So they're probably willing to give it a chance.
Yeah, exactly. And if I talk over you, Matt, it's not because I'm meaning to, because we have kind of a little pause between each other. So if I start talking, I really don't mean to talk over you, honey.
No worries.
I know I do that a lot, but it's actually on accident.
Yeah, no, it's okay. I'm doing it to you too, so I apologize in advance.
Yeah. We're just not
OCD,
used to not being next to each other.
Yeah, it's weird. OCD said, "Ha, I forgot Spader was in that film. Haven't seen it since the 90s."
Oh, he was so sexy enough.
It's been a long time since I've seen that one too. Yeah.
Well, Jay Spader is sexy and everything, so I think so.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he's all right. I'm not really much into blonde guys. Sorry, Fuego.
Well, he's a redhead. He's a redhead in the movie.
Oh, is he a redhead in the film?
Yeah.
Well, that makes it even worse. I like redheaded women, but ginger men are scary looking to me. Sorry, Seth Green. So my number 8 is the one that you've heard me talk about so many times, and I believe you finally watched it recently. So just because I love the little romantic comedy aspect of it that is like the subplot, it's Happy Death Day.
Yes. Okay.
It was a really cute little romantic subplot in that movie, and I liked it. Like, you really, really rooted for them toward the end. So, you know, for me, that's like, it's got a cute little first love kind of feel.
Okay. I can understand that. I can see that. So yeah, that makes sense. It wasn't that I didn't like the film. It was more or less I expected way more because the hype was like insane.
Well,
because everybody was like, the movie's so great and so great. And then I watched it and I was kind of like,
I liked it. I thought it was great. I don't know. I guess because I found it so similar to Groundhog's Day, and I felt like it was such a love letter to Groundhog's Day. I guess it was, for me, it was nostalgic and cute and almost like a Disney movie all wrapped up in one, like trying to be a horror movie. It was cute and it tried really hard. So I liked it. I enjoyed it. It tried. It was the little horror movie that could. So
I have a
like
quick question. Because I've never done Google Hangouts live before. Are you the only one that's being shown right now on the live, or am I being shown? Or
yeah, I'm the only one being shown.
Okay, well then I just need to go back and forth while we do that. So, all right, good deal. All right, so
Fuego said, going into the comments, Fuego says gingers have no souls. OCD says identity is better than butterfly effect. And Fuego says, nope, I'm sorry. Hear You Me from Jimmy Eat World for the win. So.
Oh, that's my favorite song. Jimmy Eat World, You Hear Me? Oh, Me Hear You? Or whatever it's. I thought it was called Hear Me, but that's one of my favorite Jimmy. That's one of my favorite.
It's not ringing a bell for me. If I heard it, I would know it, but it's not ringing a bell for me.
I would sing it right now if I had my voice. But I love that song. I love Jimmy Eat World. So.
Okay, so Amanda, what's your number 8?
Oh, my number 8. Let's get to my number 8. All right, let's see. Let me get my list out. I got my list right here. I just don't know where I put my pen. What the hell? All right. Oh, it's right here. All right. So my number 8 is actually going to be a indie film. Okay. It's a very independent film. It's very low budget. A lot of people probably haven't seen it. I saw it in 2000, and I saw it when Netflix was first streaming on game consoles. It was right after they stopped mailing the DVDs. Well, they still do apparently. But it's a movie called Low. L, not low, but just L-O, like low.
Oh, okay.
And there's nobody, it's an unknown director, unknown actors, and it's very low budget, but it's like a musical. And it's about this guy, and it starts off, and it takes place, it takes place in one scene, in one room. I mean, it does flashbacks, but it's filmed in like a play form. Okay. So they're like, and then so when they do flashbacks, it's like little sets. Because what it is about this guy who does a seance, because the girl he loves is sent to hell. And so he does a seance, and when he does a seance, he has this protective shield around him. So it takes place him sitting in this circle in this dark room, and he's talking to this demon. So when they flash back and stuff, it's like in the corner of the room, and has a little scene set up like a little fake cafe, and it like shows them having their first date and stuff.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, it's really good. It's a really good one. I really enjoyed it. And the ending, it was just, I was surprising because it was so low budget. You know, I was like, I don't know if I could really enjoy this, but I really, really enjoyed it. Okay. So it's called Low. If y'all haven't checked it out, yeah, if y'all haven't, Google it. It's a very good film. You would love it a lot.
Yeah, I probably would. Okay.
Like if you could, you'd probably be like, "Hey guys, we're gonna perform this because it's really good."
I have to check it out.
Yes.
Cool. So that would be. I hope, maybe is it still on Netflix by chance? Maybe. Probably not.
I don't know. I don't know because I haven't seen it in a while. The only reason I remember it because it resonates, and anytime I think of romantic horror, I think of that movie. Okay. It would have been closer down to my.
I'll do some searches for it.
Yeah. So it's just L-O, low. So
cool. Awesome.
All right. So that's my number 8. All right, Matt, what is your number 8?
So my number 7. Actually,
you're 7.
Is because my number 8 was Happy Death Day. So my number 7 is Children of the Corn.
Really?
Yes. The because of the dynamic between Linda Hamilton and the man playing her husband, whose name escapes me at the moment. their dynamic as a married couple, just that determination that you see in those characters that they're going to get through this together and they're going to, be there for each other through this horrific experience. That to me is almost the epitome of a romantic movie, because you've got that stability and that trust, and you've got a really good, strong relationship shown in this movie. So that's why I consider it a romantic movie. That couple alone was just so, they were so in love with each other, you could tell, because they just were not going to get through this without one another. They were both going to go alive or not. So
that's really interesting pick.
Yeah, I know. I mean, you may not agree with me.
I have thought about that. That's a really interesting pick.
Yeah, it's just always resonated with me, because it's like, you just don't see that very many strong couples in horror films like that. Usually when the horrific things start happening, the couples fall apart. And throughout all of this, they stayed together and they fought for each other, and it's a very good message to me.
That's pretty awesome. I like that. So I'm going to take a break and take a cheers to everybody who has stuck by me today. And all my endeavors. Cheers. So, anything interesting going on, Matt, over there?
Let's see. They were talking about Angry versus Sweetness, time and place for both. Prefer the used MCR and TBS over the era of the Foo. Oh, they're talking Foo Fighters.
Oh, they're talking.
I will take Amanda Peet throwing heels out of convertible to Angry Foo Fighters over Ashton Kutcher being emo to Jimmy Eat World. Driving through the desert while throwing heels out. That is Identity.
That is Identity. That's a great movie.
Oh, and Butterfly Effect. They're in this debate over which is better, Butterfly Effect or Identity. And
Identity.
Yeah, I love Identity, but I love Butterfly Effect. I think for me, they're both very equal films. They're both films I can watch over and over again. And
Identity.
Yeah, I love Identity. I will not lie. It is a great movie. And I'm a sucker for John Cusack film. So yeah, it's a good one.
I had to use this crush on John Cusack. I love John Cusack.
Funny story, actually. I was watching an episode of Medium randomly, and there was this guy that played was he a serial killer or something? And I was watching him, and I kept imagining him in my head playing a very feminine role, and I was like, who is this guy? And it was the guy that played the serial killer in Identity, the one with all the personality.
Well, if it's who I think it is, I also think isn't the same guy from Devil's Candy? Am I correct?
From what?
Or am I wrong?
I don't know. It cut out.
From Devil's Candy? I need to look that up.
It might be.
From Devil's Candy?
But the reason I saw him femininely in my mind was because of the end of Identity, where he's doing like the Amanda Peet character. It was so weird to me. Yeah. I was like, oh, that's why. That's weird that stood out. Someone kind of showing some love. I like Butterfly Effect. It's actually, when it came out, I was really kind of floored by it. It was really good. I thought it was a really good story, and I was like very upset with like the way things were going. So yeah, it's an emotional movie. Identity has a great twist at the end. It does. He's been in a ton of stuff, and Amanda. Yes, Amanda, it's the same guy you're thinking of.
Okay, good deal.
That's from OCD.
All right, good deal. I was just making sure.
Okay, so were we at your number 7 now?
Yes, we were. Let me get this. Hold on a second. Let me get this. Hold on. I'm trying to figure something out real quick. Oh, okay. Okay, I know why people can't see you without seeing me, because you're on your mobile device.
Oh, okay.
It's telling me that, but it's okay. I'll just switch back and forth between us, so it's all good.
That's fine with me. If they can still hear me, I'm sure.
Yeah, they said they can still hear you. I mean, you can
Yeah.
still hear yourself on the stream. So, all right. So we're on my number 7.
Yes, Fuego, the alternate ending to Butterfly Effect is nuts. But yes, go ahead. Go
Oh,
ahead, Amanda.
yeah, I like the alternate ending, but
I like it
All right.
better than the original ending.
I do too. All right.
Mm.
So my number 7 is actually going to be this one's an interesting one. My number 7 is actually going to be My Boyfriend's Back with Andrew Laurie or Lowry.
I love that movie.
I do too.
I love that movie.
I love
it would have made my list, but I had a feeling it might make yours because we talked about it the other day. So I left it off my list intentionally.
Yes. I love My Boyfriend's Back. It is, and that is why Warm Bodies is not on my countdown, because My Boyfriend's Back did it way better. Basically, it's about this guy who is hopelessly in love. He's been in love with this girl since he was a child, and she's a popular girl at school, and he's like totally in love with her. Well, he wants her to go to prom with him, so he plans this elaborate, like, fake. She works at a gas station, so he plans this elaborate thing to where his friend dresses up like a robber, and he goes in and he saves her, and but something happens. Shit gets awry, and he ends up getting killed. And well, he ends up coming back in zombie form, and he comes back because he wants to take her to prom.
And she said yes.
Yes, and she said yes. So he came back from the dead to take her to prom, and it's just cute. It's adorable, and it's funny. And the ending broke my heart, so.
Until it didn't.
Yeah, it did it, but that one part did. It was just
like, and then it's like, oh, it's okay.
Yeah, it's okay. It's all good now. Everything's okay.
Like,
so
Disney ending. It's cute.
Well, it's PG-13.
It's cute though. That's a good one. Yeah, it's a very cute movie. That's a really good pick.
Yeah,
that's a great pick.
Awesome. Thank you, Matt. All right, honey.
So, my number 6, I'm going a little more classic, not completely classic yet, but I've gone into the late 80s, possibly 90s, but we're going to the OG Dracula film, Bram Stoker's Dracula.
All right.
Because when we talk vampires, if you're not talking Tom Cruise and Brad Pitt, you better be talking Keanu Reeves and Gary Oldman. With some Winona Ryder thrown in for sprinkles. So that movie is one of the most gorgeous, beautiful films, and I saw it as a kid and was like, where most films like that would have bored me, it kept me so into it. Like, I hung on every word of that film. It was just beautiful to me, and I wanted to be a vampire so bad after I saw that film because it just was so romanticized for me. So yes, Bram Stoker's Dracula would be my number 6.
Sweet. I like that. I had a feeling you're gonna say that because you love vampires. So.
I do. If it's not a slasher film, it's a vampire film.
Exactly. How are the comments going? I'm curious what everyone's saying.
Let's see. We're talking. Third Butterfly isn't bad either. OCD. I actually talked about that earlier. I actually like the Third Butterfly Effect because it had a really good little twist and ending in there. It had a really good storyline, and I actually liked it. It wasn't as high budget, and it wasn't done as well, but it still was really good. Let's see. Melissa says, a little off topic. Are y'all watching the Super Bowl? I don't watch football, so and I'll be at work.
I don't watch sports. So no. I don't do sports. So the only thing I'm curious about the Super Bowl is the food that my family is going to make.
Right. So no Super Bowl for me. Yeah. No. Let's see. OCD said, My Boyfriend's Back with a heart. Saw it in theaters. Fuego says, I prefer football real. Oh, okay. Talking more Super Bowl stuff. I'll be watching the trailers when they post it. A Quiet Place is getting a new one during the game. Okay. Keanu, saw that in theaters as a kid too. Talking about Dracula. do
Regular.
Keanu fake British accent. Well, Melissa, I liked his fake British accent, and he tried real hard, and he's a pretty man. I think Keanu
Keanu
Reeves is
Reeves hashtag overacting.
so I don't care. I forgive him. He can come overact at my house anytime he wants to.
I bet he could.
I just came because I was so worried about you. All right. So what's your number 6, my love?
All right, here it goes. I didn't even put any of these movies in order. I kind of just
It's all good.
because I've been so busy working on stuff. So I literally like sat there and thought about movies and wrote them down. So, all right. So, no, that's going to be my number 1. That's going to be my number 2. That's going to be
Bogus Adventure terrified me way more than horror films as a kid.
Right.
I agree. That was scary.
All right. So, my number 6 is going to be Tilda Swinton and Tom Hiddleston and Only Lovers Left Alive. That's going to be my pick for number 6. I love. Is that what I'm going to pick? Yeah, that's what I'm going to pick. Only Lovers Left Alive.
What is it called? Only Lovers what?
Sorry. All right. Only Lovers Left Alive.
Only Lovers Left Alive?
Yes. I believe that's what it's
Okay.
called.
Well, that sounds interesting. I've never seen that.
It's Tilda Swinton and Talbot. I'm sorry.
Tilda Swinton is a horror movie in herself.
Tilda Swinton and I can't.
Fuego knows what you're talking about. He says it's an amazing film.
Yes, it is. I'm sorry, guys. I'm losing my voice. Like, my voice really cracked bad right now. Okay. Only Lovers Left Alive. It's Tilda Swinton, Tom Hiddleston, and it has Anton Yelkovich. The dude from Green Room is in it. And the girl, I forgot her name. And I was going to look this up before I went live, but I forgot her name. But she was in Alice in Wonderland, and she was in Crimson Peak with Tom Hiddleston. So it's really funny to see her in this film now because she plays the sister of the wife.
Melissa says you need some tea.
I need wine. I'm drinking wine, so I'm good.
You need a shot of whiskey.
Yes, I know.
That'll knock it out.
I know, right? That would totally knock it out.
Whiskey and honey.
Yes, honey. Honey. Yeah,
I don't
Only
have any
Lovers
either,
Left
I'm
Alive.
sorry.
I wish that I saw this movie before I did my countdown of best horror soundtracks because this movie had a really bitchin' soundtrack.
Okay. I'm going to have to check this one out. I'm going to look for this one. I've never even heard of it.
I mean, it's horror, but it's not really horror, I guess. I don't know how to put it. It's not scary, but it's about two vampires. So.
Like I said earlier, you can kind of lump a lot of movies into the horror like genre, even though they fall under several different subgenres. Like you can't really be too picky. You can kind of lump a lot of things in if it's because it might be scary to one person where it's not to most, you know. Mm. And I feel like if it frightens at least one person, it's probably considered a horror movie. So
there you go.
All right, dear. So Only Lovers Left Alive. I'm going to have to look that up. But in the meantime, my number 5 is...
Go on Channel Sundown. I think I still have it on my queue.
Okay. I'll look.
Well, no. I don't know.
I'll look when we're done here. Fuego says it's Jim Harmush. The genre doesn't have to be scary. Horror is really broad. Yes, OCD, I agree. So my number 5 was a cute little horror comedy with the girl that plays Rory from Strangers with Candy. And it's called Night of the Living Dead. And it's about this girl that kind of on the rebound. She's kind of got no game with men, and she ends up hooking up with this guy in a bar and doing like sort of the walk of shame the next morning. but it's a zombie apocalypse happened overnight. So now she has to survive with this guy, and it's sort of a whole walk of shame moment for the entire movie. But it's got a cute little romantic storyline where he kind of warms up to her as the movie goes on. And it's really cute. So it came out a couple years ago. I want to say maybe 2015.
Isn't it on Netflix, I think?
It might have just recently gone to Netflix or Hulu. I know I saw it recently on one of them. But it's a good movie if you get a chance to watch it. But I think it might be on Netflix or Chat. But yeah, it's really fun. I liked it.
Good deal. All right. Well, I guess it is my turn. My number excuse me.
5.
My number 5. Ooh, losing my voice, y'all. Losing my voice. Okay, my number 5. This one's gonna be hard because I didn't put any of these movies in order. So let's see. Let's see. You got that one. Let me go ahead and X the ones I already named off.
What was the title? The title of the one I was just talking about, OCD, was Night of the Living Deb, DEB. Like debutante or Debbie. Sorry, Amanda. Go ahead.
You what? Oh no,
Sorry.
You're fine because I just saw something that I messed up on. Anyways,
Okay.
I skipped a movie, but it's okay. I wrote down a new movie because I skipped another movie, but this one of these might be on yours, so I'll go ahead and name one. All right, my number 5 is going to be Let the Right One In.
Very good choice. I mean, like you said, you can't go wrong with a vampire film.
Oh yeah. Number 5 is going to be Let the Right One In. That one it's really a sweet film underneath all of it. And,
Yeah, it's almost a coming of age.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
And it's just sweet, just the dynamic between the two children, and then not even that, like the relationship between the young vampire and the older. Am I good? Am I here?
Yeah, you're here.
Okay, I just saw something weird just happen, so I was just making sure I was still here.
No, you're.
Am I still visible? Okay.
We're still visible.
All right. It just the dynamic between just not even the two kids, but between the girl and the adult man who takes care of her, who she fell for when he was younger, and just seeing the relationship evolve between them, and then just her having a new. So it was kind of like a weird love triangle kind of deal.
Mm-hmm.
Which is kind of weird to say, like a love triangle between, a grown man and 2 kids, but you're
right.
Triangle, so yeah, so I picked that as my number 5.
Very good. Very good. I like that. Yeah, it's almost like she's coming in to like take him transition to like the next level of how to have a relationship with someone. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I'll take it from here.
Yes. Good deal.
Okay, so my number 4, and we're back in horror comedy again, and we're back in zombie films. So mainly because the entire subplot of this film, besides escaping from, zombies or the zombie apocalypse, is it centers around a love story between Liz and Shaun, and you've got a little red on you. And I'm talking about Shaun of the Dead is my number 4.
Good one.
Everything he does.
I'm not coughing because
everything he does from the time the zombie apocalypse happens centers around his love for Liz, and his willingness to prove how much he loves her and he wants to keep her safe. So for me, that's a very romantic gesture. It's a very romantic movie.
That sounds, I like that one. I do it. And you guys are surprised because you guys are probably wondering why Amanda's so quiet. It's because, guys, I'm losing my voice. I'm dying here. I'm losing
it's all good.
Voice. So I'm gonna rest my voice a minute. Is there anything going on in the comments?
Let's see. Perhaps the tide is turning. Let Me In was a cute film. Fuego, Bogus Journey is great. Even the lame Kiss song at the end, they gave the Christians hell houses to run for their money with the depiction of hell. They're talking about Bill and Ted. The use of dudes whose name I should Google first to be cool, but just want to mention from Tales from the Crypt was great. William Sadler. Okay, I'm not sure. Are y'all talking about the? They're talking about Demon Knight. They're having their own conversation.
Okay.
And Melissa says, of course, it could be a love story with Sean and Ed. It could be. It sort of is, but that's more of a, it's showing how the whole film shows how loyal Sean is to his friend and to his, to the girl he's in love with. So I could see where it could also be between him and Ed. And I do love Ed, even though he's just so disgusting. All right, Amanda. You want to do your number 4?
All right, my number 4, of course, is going to be Brandon Lee's The Crow. So, Brandon Lee and The Crow. So.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. That is...
The only reason it's not on my list is because I thought it might be on yours.
It's just for me. If y'all can see all the fucking Crow shit I got back here. I got signed pop vinyl. I love The Crow. If anybody knows, I love The Crow. I still had the VHS from when I was a preteen. I used to watch that movie all the time. Soundtrack's amazing, but The Crow was...
It can't rain all the time.
Yes, that was...
I love that song. I would play on a loop.
Yes.
Oh, I love that. I love that film so much.
It's such a sweet film, and it's just such a sweet love story. And when she
I don't even hate the sequel. Like,
I wasn't a big fan. I don't like any of the sequels.
I don't love the sequel. The first one. I don't love the sequel, but I'm not mad at the first one, like the second one. But the rest of them, I didn't even give a chance.
Yeah, I was okay with the second one, City of Angels. But then they had City of Angels. They had
one with Eddie Furlong, and I was like, no, thank you.
Yeah, that was the last one. They had City of Angels, and then they had Resurrection, which had Kirsten Dunst in it. Oh, Salvation. No, it was a Resurrection. It was Salvation. So they had City of Angels, Salvation, which wasn't a bad soundtrack, but it still
wasn't Tara Reid in one of them?
Yeah, well, do you remember? Yeah, Tara Reid was in Wicked Prayer with Eddie Furlong.
Okay,
do you remember the boss from Ugly Betty?
Okay.
He was the Crow in the third one.
Okay.
The boss from Ugly Betty.
Yeah.
That Ugly Betty was like in love with that. Well,
like I didn't really watch. I mean, I watched parts. I saw some performances that came on TBS. I guess some airings, and I didn't really pay a whole lot of attention because I lost interest after the second one.
Well, Salvation was a really stupid one. It had Kirsten Dunst in it. It had the villain from it had the popular girl, the villain from She's All That, the one that left Freddie.
Oh, really?
Freddie Prinze Jr. Yeah, was the
I know
girlfriend
who you're talking about.
She's in it. What happens is he gets framed for her murder.
Oh.
And he comes, and Kirsten Dunst is like her sister.
Okay.
So like he gets executed in an electric chair, and comes back.
Oh wow, that's interesting.
It is interesting, and it was a good premise, but it was executed very.
Yeah, see, that's the problem. Like anybody who knows the comics knows that the Crow is never like the same person twice. But yeah, the sequels were not done as well. It was like they had less and less like care put into them. So yeah.
And then Edward Furlong in Wicked Prayer with fucking Angel from Buffy, David Boreanaz was in it. Terry, David Boreanaz, and it was
so it's the WB version of The Crow.
Basically,
WB presents The Crow School Musical.
Exactly. That's basically exactly what it was.
Yeah, I got it. That's
Nope.
kind of how I felt about it. Let's see, and let's. All right,
Noble.
so let's. Melissa wants Underworld to make the list. I think either Underworld or Underwood, but I think she means Underworld.
Underworld. No, I'm not a big fan of the Underworld franchise. I'm not big on the big Hollywood. Let me get this. I'm not big on like.
I mean,
the whole
it could
Hollywood.
get an honorable mention, but it's not on my list. No.
Yeah, like I'm just not big in Hollywood horror films like Underworld and Resident Evil and Silent. I'm just not really big into those things.
Yeah.
I mean, no, I'm not trying to knock anybody who is. That's not my cup of tea. So.
Right. Well, everybody has their own genre and what they like. So I'm gonna pop into my number 3.
All right.
Which was very, very classic. The Bride of Frankenstein.
You're not. Are you fucking kidding me?
No, not at all.
That's my number 3.
Is it really? We have the same number 3?
Look, I don't know if you can see it, but right here it says number 3.
I can't see it. No.
Bride
Like I
of
can see.
Frankenstein.
Oh, I
Look,
see it.
number 3.
Okay.
Bride of
Yeah.
Frankenstein.
I'm sorry. It's such a good film, and it's such a good statement on like trust and the feeling of being rejected, and that fear of being rejected, that you're supposed to be made for me but you don't like me. Like that's that whole
But
statement.
I'm dead.
Yes.
Well,
Oh,
that's
wow.
fine.
That was fun. Oh, that's funny. Yes, she did mean Underworld.
That's okay, because one of the ones I miscounted my countdown, and I thought I had 10, but I had 11. So I had to take one on my countdown to fit Bride of Frankenstein. But it's okay, because since you said Bride of Frankenstein, I could put my other one down as number 3. So
go ahead.
Works out.
So let's hear it.
Are you ready for it?
Yes.
All right. My number 3 is going to be Candyman.
Oh, I didn't even think to put that on my list.
Yes.
And it's so romantic. It is such a love story.
Oh, and I have some weird facts, because I was thinking for now on, when I do my top 10 list, I'm going to start Googling weird facts about movies. And I didn't really have time to do my whole list because I was really focused on like trying to fix the stream. But do you know that originally, it's Todd Hall.
It's not Todd Hall. Huh?
Todd Hall, Candyman, was originally supposed to, well, let me tell you, first of all, Virginia Madison was originally casted. That character was originally casted for Sandra Bullock.
Oh.
Yeah.
That would have been interesting.
Oh, no, and wait for this. I don't know if it's true, but
Tony
it was
Todd is who you're thinking about.
Tony Todd, yes. I don't know why it's Todd. I don't know.
Because you were about to say Tobin Bell.
I did. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not.
It sounded like
right now. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. That I get I get the names mixed up too. But Tony Todd, I think, is who played
Tony Todd. That's what I meant to say. Tony Todd, which I know that. I know who Tony Todd is.
We all know. Your brain does that sometimes.
Yeah. He originally didn't get the role until he did his first film, when he did Night of the Living Dead. I know that movie too. Oh, guys, I'm sorry. I'm just not myself today.
No, he was great. Horror Addicts. Is it Gory B? Gory B saying hey.
Yeah, hey. But originally, the original character was supposed to be casted as Eddie Murphy.
Really?
I'm not shitting you.
That would have been terrible, I think.
I know. Because think about it.
That would have been good at all.
My God, this cold is awful. No, but it was originally supposed to be casted at Eddie Murphy and Sandra Bullock. It's amazing. It's amazing.
cool.
But yes,
OCD, if you get a chance to go to a convention to meet Tony Todd, do it.
do it.
Do it. Live it. You only get to do it once. You only get to live your life one time. Might as well make some memories. So
Exactly. Just do it. Just do it.
Yeah, don't hem and haw, you know. I went back and forth on going to that event, spending so much money to go meet Frankenfurter, but nope, it happened. Had to meet my Tim Curry. So do it. Gory said she met Tony Todd and he follows her on Twitter. Which means that they're best friends. So
oh my god. That sounded so bad. It was
let's see. Todzy follows Fuego as well. Well, hopefully, maybe Tony Todd will hear about us. And did you lose your voice entirely?
I think I
just did. Get a marker and a pad.
No, I think it'd be fine. Y'all just have to listen carefully when I'm talking.
Okay. All right.
Okay. All right.
So
number 3.
You want to go ahead? Yes. Number 3 is Candyman.
All right, your turn.
Okay. Rest your voice for a minute. Get up and go have something. Go make some hot tea or something.
Hold on. I'm fine. Go ahead.
Go gargle with some salt water. Okay. So my number 2. My number 2.
I'm listening.
Okay. My number 2 was May, actually. Because for me, it's like a sort of underlying commentary on trying to find that perfect person, but only finding one thing about that person that you like, but still you stick around just because of that one thing. That's
a great movie.
It is a good movie. It is one of my favorites. I feel like it's very underrated. Angela Bettis is an amazing actress. Anna Faris is really great in it. It's just such a very impacting movie. It's very impacting. It's got a good message for me. I like it.
It was on my countdown of favorite female influenced horror because that and his other film, The Woman, very good.
Oh yeah, it's a beautiful movie to me. Yes, and Anna Faris for the win. I think she is way more talented than people give her credit. She is the female Jim Carrey in my eyes. Like the two of them are on par acting, especially comedy wise. So
she was hilarious in House Bunny.
That is one of my favorite movies of all time. It's kind of what I base my drag on. So yeah, I love her in that movie. So yes, May, and yes, Anthony, hello. OCD Horror says May is a requirement. Yes, May is a requirement. That if you want to be my horror friend, you better have seen this movie. It's a good one. I like to talk about it a lot. So, how's your voice?
Guys, get a chance. And I don't mean to like put the camera on me every time, but because my voice is messed up, I want y'all to like be able to listen. If y'all get a chance, if you guys liked May, you should really check out his other film, The Woman. It's very good. So yes, yeah. Okay, I can't talk anymore. Okay, I'm done talking.
Okay, so do you want to just write really big what your next one is?
No, I'll go ahead and tell. I'll go ahead and read my number. Are we at number 2 now?
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and read my number 2. I just don't know how far I can get into it.
Okay, so we'll skip honorable mentions and we'll go straight to 1 after this one, okay?
No, because I have to talk about my honorable mentions.
Well, I'll skip mine.
Well, no, because we got to go through our countdown again really fast because a lot of people missed our countdown. So it's fine. I'll be okay because after this, I'm just going to curl up and go to sleep. So it's all good.
Okay.
So, my number 2 is going to be 1994's Cemetery Man.
Very good.
With Rupert Everett. I love that movie. That movie is so romantic and it's so devastatingly sad, but it's also very I wouldn't want to say erotic. Isn't it funny? I'm like, erotic? I wouldn't say erotic, but it's very sensual.
Yeah, it's steamy.
It's about a grave robber. I mean, it's about a man who keeps a cemetery man, and he stays in the cemetery and he keeps the dead from coming back. And he falls in love, and
Yes.
she dies, and yeah. So I'm gonna put the camera on you because I look ridiculous right now.
No, you don't. you look fine.
But Cemetery Man is definitely going to be my number 2. I love the film. It's romantic, and there you go.
That's a good one. I like that.
So before you get your one, go ahead and do your honorable mentions.
Okay. So I came up with a couple of honorable mentions while we were sitting here having this conversation. So, because I what I did earlier on the 5 date movies, I just took basically my honorable mentions and made it my top 5 movies I'd like to go on a date to. But
Okay.
so I added some new ones while we were doing this countdown, and the first one would be Cursed
Okay.
with Christina Ricci and old boy from Dawson's Creek.
Joshua Jackson.
Yes, I can't ever remember his name.
Joshua Jackson.
Yes,
And don't forget also fucking what's his name? You know, fucking the villain
Jesse Eisenberg.
Jesse Eisenberg. There you go. Jesse Eisenberg.
Yeah, Zombieland.
Mm-hmm.
Which that's actually Zombieland is the next honorable mention on my list. So Cursed, Zombieland, and Nightbreed.
You have a heart on for Jesse Eisenberg.
Yeah, I have a thing for Jesse Eisenberg. He's a cutie. So, but those two made my honorable mention, and then we also have Nightbreed, which for me, when I first saw the film, there are moments in it that are so very slow, but then there are some moments that are slow, but they're sensual and they're very pretty. And the whole scene is kind of just the whole movie is just kind of like pretty to watch.
You want to know something funny about Nightbreed? This is really funny. I bought the director's cut of Nightbreed, and
it's so much longer.
It's so much longer, and I was watching it, and I remember there's this whole the whole scene where she's singing in the beginning. It was like 3 minutes long, and I remember sitting there being like, "Are there going to be dance numbers in this movie?"
Right? Yeah.
It's like 3 minutes of this chick singing, like on like that whole opening. She's sitting there and she's singing with her band and stuff. I was like, "Is there going to be a dance number?"
That's how I felt about the naked chick in My Bloody Valentine that was just running through the parking lot.
Yeah, that
I was like, are we about to like follow her home, watch her go to the supermarket, and do all this other stuff nude? Is she just? Is that where this story is going? We ran out of time. We're just gonna follow a nude lady around.
Is that what we're doing? Is that what's up?
Yeah, right. I mean, I'm down for it. You just gotta let me know that's what we're doing. So.
All right. Well, I guess I'll say my honorable mentions, and then what I want to do is because a lot of people missed. Or probably the beginning of our countdown. Before you say I'm gonna say my honorable mentions, and then I'll get to you, and you could just real quickly skim through them, just real quick, and just say 10 through 2.
Okay, 10 through 2. Yeah.
Yeah. So let me go ahead and get my honorable mentions going. Let's see. Okay, my honorable mentions. I'm not gonna go into detail, but I only have 2 because my number 3 was on his list, so I took. We both had the same exact number 3.
We did.
My number 3 is Bride of Frankenstein. So I replaced my number 3 with Candyman. That was my honorable mention, was Candyman, but that turned into my number 3. But my 2 honorable mentions going to be Fly and Night of the Living, Return of the Living Dead 3.
Good choices. Very good choices.
So that movie, even though it was tacky, it was really sad, kind of. The ending's just so sad. He goes, "No, Dad, Well, wait, was his dad or his uncle? I don't remember. It's been a while since I
I thought it was his uncle.
It was his uncle. I don't know. If y'all
I think
remember,
so.
comment below. It's been a while since I've seen it. I think. Well, no, it was his dad because that whole drama in the begin with, he was like, "You're better off without her." So it was his dad. So I think I'm lagging a little bit. Am I lagging?
I think it may be. I don't know. It's been so long since I've seen that movie. Wago says he's never even seen the remake, but he's heard a lot about it. The show only had the one episode of the Zombieland show. Huh?
Oh.
They're talking about Zombieland TV show as well. So.
Well, you know,
right.
They mentioned Texarkana and Zombieland.
Huh?
They mentioned Texarkana and Zombieland. Whatever, Jesse Eisenberg is in the car with Wilson, and he's like, "Will you take me here?" And he goes, "I'll take you as far as Texarkana." That was pretty cool.
Oh yeah.
Anyways, dear, I'm gonna let you go ahead and go from your 10 to your 2.
Okay, so quick recap. My top 10 from 10 to 2 was number 10, Interview with the Vampire. Number 9, Lost Boys. Excuse me. Number 8 was Happy Death Day. Number 7 was Children of the Corn. Number 6, Bram Stoker's Dracula. Number 5, Night of the Living Deb, like short for Deborah. And number 4, Shaun of the Dead. Number 3, Bride of Frankenstein, which was also Amanda's number 3 until she changed it to Candyman. And number 2 was May, M-A-Y, like the month, but also like a woman's name. And I haven't given you my number 1 yet. So number 2 was May. And now, and my 3 honorable mentions were Cursed, Zombieland, and Nightbreed. So now we have you.
Oh, you want to do me? I'm sorry. I was sorry.
Or did you want me to go to my number 1?
Go to your number 1. I need my voice. I was trying to let my voice resonate. You want to get your number 1?
Oh yeah, I'll go ahead and give you my number 1. So my number 1 was the very classic black and white Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho.
There you go.
Yes, like I stated in my private, not private, but in my alone time. Basically, like you know he's psycho. You know Anthony Perkins is the one that's like the killer. You know it. You know it going into it. He's too awkward and strange not to, but he's so charming and endearing that you root for him. You want him to like find that perfect woman and move away from his domineering mother. Like you think that could be the plot there, but no. So it's sad, and you root for him, even though you know that's one of the reasons I liked the sequel, where he's like trying to rehabilitate.
I thought you would pick the sequel. I thought you were going to pick the sequel.
Well, I guess just sort of the series, but I guess the sequel would be more along that lines. But yeah, because of the sequel, because there is like that underlining romantic story there. So yeah, I guess the second one, but the whole series as a whole really focuses on him trying to change as a human being a lot. So it deals with the psyche, and I love that. So
that sounds awesome.
Also, Anthony Perkins was a good-looking man in his day. So
he really was.
So you want to like him.
Yeah, you do. And the second one, I think. Sorry, guys. Just read my lips.
I love Maddie. I just don't see the romance in Psycho. Psycho is all sexual. It's all about sexual repression.
Who said that?
It's all about sexual repression. It's all about
catch up on the comments for a minute because I just lost.
That's what I was saying. Everyone's saying Psycho for a romantic pick, and it's because he can't be romantic. It's because he yearns for it. You want him to find that, and more Psycho too, because there is a romance budding between him and the main female character. But yes, sex and romance are two very different things. I do agree with you, Gory, on that. But they also go hand in hand. They also go very hand in hand. For some people, especially when you're young, you're in that, not really looking for romance. That you say you're looking for romance, but you're looking for sex. So, and some people can't equate romance without sex. Maybe I'm one of those people. So, but for me,
Yeah.
just that whole endearing, it was the whole repression of it. So maybe I'm not making sense, but that's my pick. And I'm sticking to it.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm embarrassed.
My story, and I'm sticking to it. That's my story. Oh, my voice. All right, guys, it's my turn. Just bear with me. All right,
Does
guys.
Psycho give you the romantic feels? Okay, so this is the question posed by Gory. Does Psycho give you the romantic feels?
No.
It gives me empathy.
The second one gives me a romance kind of feel because he gets out of the psychiatric ward and he's wishing for a better life, and you kind of get hope, and then you realize, anyways. But
right.
It does.
Well, there's that, and then there's the classic scene. No, there is the classic scene when Janet Leigh comes in and they kind of sort of flirt, and there's a moment there where you kind of think, okay, I can see this, and then it all goes to shit. But in that one moment, there's hope for him. So I guess, yeah, a little bit, but not, not entirely, no. But there are moments, and it's all about repression, and a lot of relationships are, affected by that. So that's, I went very cerebral on that.
Well, when I think of the romance, I think of more the romance between the character of the man, the boyfriend, or was it her fiance, looking for her after.
Yeah. But she wasn't a good lady anyway, but
I know, but it was still kind of an idea. But oh god, okay, let me get through this before I lose my voice entirely, guys. Sorry.
Okay.
All right. So here's my countdown. All right. My number 10 is going to be Pet. My number 9 was Jack Nicholson. Well, Jack Nicholson, Michelle Pfeiffer, and Wolf. That's my number 9. Number 10, I forgot, Dominic Monaghan starred in Pet. I did a review about it in the channel if y'all check it out. So number 9 is Wolf. Number 8 was the independent film I told y'all about called Low. Not L-O-W, but L-O, just Low. Let's see. 8. My number 7 is My Boyfriend's Back. Number 6 is Only Lovers Left Alive. Number 5 is Let the Right One In. Where's my number 4? Shit. Sorry, guys. I got a bunch of scribble in here. Number 4 is The Crow. Number 3 was Bride of Frankenstein, but he took that, so I changed it to Candyman. Number 2 was Cemetery Man with Rupert Everett. So, yeah, number 2 was Cemetery Man. My honorable mentions was Fly and Night of the Living Dead 3. So, yeah, anyways, guys, so that brings me to my number 1. My number 1 is going to be an actual movie that a lot of people haven't seen. It's not really known, and it doesn't really have any known actors. And it's a first time director, and it's called Spring. And I saw this movie not too long ago on Shudder. I was going through my Shudder account, and it was recommended to me on my little thing. It popped up, and it was like new movies in there. But it's about this man who's going through a lot in his life, and he decides to vacation in Europe. And he meets this woman, and I really can't get into detail without ruining the film, but it's fan-fucking-tastic. It is so good. And it has it's a slow burn. It's a slow burn film. It's very slow. You got to stick with it, but it's well worth it. It epitomizes just love and romance. And I don't want to get too much into it, what it's about, because what I enjoyed most about it was the ride it put me on. I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know anything about it. I went in there blind, and it's such a great film, and that would be my number one. So if y'all have a Shudder account, watch Spring, because it's amazing. It made my heart big, and the ending is fantastic. I just love the whole film. Anyways, I'm not going to spoil it, but the ending is fantastic. That's all I can say. It was very, very good. Anyways, Spring, that's my number one romantic horror film. So, have you heard of Spring, Matt, or have you seen Spring?
I haven't actually. No. I've intended to see it.
Has anybody?
I'm trying. My YouTube closed out, and I'm trying to get back into it. Signed me out for some reason, so I'm lost on the comments right now. I'm trying to get back to it real quick. So y'all just bear with me for 1 second while I re-log in. It just, I don't know why it signed me out. It just, all of a sudden I couldn't see the chat anymore. So I'm coming. It's just taking its sweet little time here. So,
but yeah, I love Spring, the way it just went. And it has, and I meant to look up his name, but I was so preoccupied with setting up the stream and fixing my computer and everything that I forgot to look up his name. But it was the gentleman. He was in Evil Dead, and I could not.
The original Evil Dead?
No,
okay,
no, remake. He was in the
got
remake.
It back. Oh, okay.
All right, let's see the comments.
All right, let's see. Low is fantastic. Let's see.
Who said Low's fantastic?
Gory. Also his other film, The Dead Inside. Swamp Thing. Anthony says Swamp Thing. Gory loves The Crow. And she loves your list. I'm sorry, Gory, that you don't love my list. Single White Female. That was that's a good one. I was actually on one of my date movies. I'd like to go on a date and see that movie. Spring would be Gory's number one. And it has a hilarious alternate ending. Huh?
You would like Low too if you saw it. It would be on your list.
It would definitely be on there. And it has a penectomy.
Wait a minute. What had an alternate ending?
Spring.
Really?
Yes, apparently on the Blu-ray version.
Oh, well, I ordered it on hold on a second.
Oh, and the actor you were trying to think of was Lou Taylor Pucci.
Lou Taylor Pucci. Yes, that's it. I never. Sorry. No.
I love you too, Gory. I know. I'm not explaining it well, but I have a weird brain. So, like, I was a psychology, minor. So, I study stuff like that, and it fascinates me. So, I kind of, for me, it's romantic because I love, brain shit. I like analysis.
I ordered it on Blu-ray, so I'll check it out when I do it because I put it on my Amazon queue to order. I'm talking about Spring because after I watched it, I was like, "Oh, I fucking love this movie."
Well, as soon as you get it, as soon as you get it, I want to borrow it too, or you bring it over and we'll watch it.
I'll just let you watch it off my Shudder account.
Oh yeah, okay, that works. Let Us Pray.
Let Us Pray. I heard about that.
I've never seen it, but I've heard of it. Don't try and yell, Amanda.
No. Well, no. Let Us Pray. I heard about that film. It has
Near Dark is also.
Near Dark was going to be on my countdown, but it didn't make it. But Catherine Bigelow, all her movies seem to have kind of a romantic feel. I know that sounds weird, but she has a very not going to say sensual, but she has a very romantic way of looking at things, even as grim as they are, if that makes any sense. Because even when I saw Zero Dark 30, there was a whole part, I don't know, guys. I can't talk right now, so I can't really make any sense. But she has a very good way of making things happen. Oh my god! Oh god! I'm so embarrassed right now. Anyways, I love all Catherine Bigelow's movies. Anyways, that's it. That's what I'm gonna say.
I've only seen Prey once when it came out. Can't remember what was romantic about it.
Let Us
What about
Pray.
High Tension?
I seen Let Us Pray, but
I haven't seen it.
It's really how I saw it, like, but I didn't really watch it. When I say I've seen a movie but I haven't watched it, it means I kind of half-assedly watched it, like kind of in the background. The ending makes me want to rewatch the film because the ending is what makes it romantic, I guess. That's the best way to put it. But it had the girl from Walking Dead. They trash people.
Okay.
The head of the trash people. The people in the garage. The lady that heads it, that betrayed Rick for Negan, she stars in it. So.
I don't watch Walking Dead, so I don't know.
Oh, well.
You know I don't. You know I don't. Okay, so Anthony said Silence of the Lambs is romantic because you know Lecter loves Clarice. And I don't agree. I think he loves her in a way a cat likes playing with a mouse. Like, he's not in love with her. He doesn't love her. He wants to toy with her.
I'm trying to get naked. I'm just so hot.
It's okay. You are hot.
I have a shirt.
Yes, girl. You're so hot.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. High Tension has a lesbian love story in it. I haven't seen that one either. Give it a rewatch. OCD, it's worth it. He loves her in Hannibal. Yeah, I guess he does. I think it's more of a mutual respect thing than a love.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It's more of a respect than love because
I think he respects her brain.
Well, if you want to talk about romance and horror, it would be more of Hannibal Rising.
Yeah.
Than Hannibal.
I mean, if you're going to nitpick on Psycho for me, then I'm going to nitpick on... No, I'm just kidding.
Well, no. Hannibal Rising is very romantic.
Oh, yeah, that one is. No, the original Silence of the Lambs is not.
No. That's like saying Buffalo Bill really loved his fucking victim.
Oh, gory. Now, there I'll agree with you. I didn't even think of putting The Rage on my list. And if I could switch out Psycho for The Rage, I would definitely, because I forgot to even put that movie. And it's absolutely my favorite, one of my favorite horror films, even though it's pretty terrible. I love that film. Makes me so happy to watch it. And it gives me all the romantic feels. So, yes, Carrie 2 definitely. I agree with you on that. I love that movie.
I hated Carrie the Rage.
I loved it. It was very Romeo and Juliet to me.
I hated it because the ending made no. Okay, Gory, explain the ending to me, Gory, please. I don't know what the fuck the ending even fucking meant.
Are you talking about when she walks through the window?
No. The ending when he's sitting there in his college dorm and he sees his own reflection. Like, what the fuck does that even mean?
No, he sees her come through the window. Like, okay, so at the end, right before that, we don't really know her fate. It looks like she dies, but we don't really know. And, like, I think that's, like, the next part is that they're saying they don't really know what happened to her. And he's in his dorm room, and the window opens, and she comes in wearing the dress that she wore on their first date. And then she like breaks apart and dies. It was just a dream he was having. It was just it was basically a statement of he'd never get over her. Like,
well, too. There's also a part where he's sitting at his desk, right?
Yeah.
And he's looking in a mirror, and it's in the mirror. There's other reflections of him. It's like repeat reflections.
Oh, yeah, I think that was just the director's way of being, like, artsy and being, like, we're in his mind now, and his mind is, all fucked up. Well, I liked it anyway. It's like Gory said, it's a guilty pleasure. We'll have to chat about it sometime. Can't explain it in 200 characters, but essentially he is haunted by her. He can't shake her. That's a good take on it, Corey. That's kind of where I was getting. He's haunted by her. He can't get over it. So
you know what? I can't shake that stupid fucking ending.
I like it. Well, maybe not the ending, but I like the movie itself. It's pretty great. Like I just remember like being in the theater, seeing it, and like how I felt about certain things, like her painting the little girl's face in the beginning of the movie. Just I don't know, it's just hilarious. It's got some good moments.
Well, not Mira Sorvino, what's her name?
Mina Savari.
Mia Savari, yeah, when she commits suicide and
yeah, poor dude is destroyed at the end of that film. He is.
And the older son for Home Improvement, don't forget him.
Jonathan Taylor Thomas. Oh no, the other one's Zachary Ty Bryan. Yes, I forgot. Yeah, and he is such a douche in this film. He is terrible. And the girl that played Cher in the Clueless
TV series, yeah.
Yes, and she was also in Sugar and Spice and a couple of other films. But yeah, she probably has the best kill in the movie, in my opinion. Well, second best. Where the glasses bust and bust her eyes open. But really, it's more second best because when she dies, she takes out the dude next to her with the harpoon gun.
Yeah, and the peanut.
And that's kind of the best death. It looks like gore. Let's see. I love Zombie Honeymoon. I know the title sounds dumb. It's really good. I haven't seen that one.
Actually, Zombie Honeymoon was on my honorable mentions, but the reason I didn't put it on there is because I'm reviewing a couple movies this month to celebrate Valentine's Day, and I guess I'm gonna do Zombie Honeymoon, which was actually one of my honorable mentions, and I can't believe I forgot. It's on the top of my paper.
Okay, Dino is signing off. So he says take some NyQuil, Amanda, and get some rest.
Oh, well. Zombie Honeymoon, My Bloody Valentine, and then, of course, the worst movie ever.
And good night, Dino. Sorry if I didn't say it, but yes, good night.
Good night, Dino. But yeah, I'm going to be reviewing Zombie Honeymoon this month, but Zombie Honeymoon was amazing. I love that movie.
They randomly kill Sue for reasons.
Well, they were supposed to do a sequel.
Melissa is heading to bed, and she says, Amanda, please go lay down and take care of yourself. We need you help.
We are. We're finishing it up here. We're finishing it up here, guys.
We're about to wrap up. I got to work in the morning.
Yeah, so. Yeah, but that sounds about it. Yeah, my honorable mention was Zombie Honeymoon. I forgot to read that off my list. But yeah, Zombie Honeymoon was amazing. Who said that?
Gory.
Zombie Honeymoon was amazing. They were supposed to make it. I've never
seen it.
It's an independent film.
I'll have to check it out. I want to see it. She says the end kills her because there's so many feels.
Yeah.
And I'm down for watching a good feel good, make me want to cry kind of movie.
Yeah, but I'm gonna be doing Zombie Honeymoon because that's one of my favorites. I saw that actually when before Chiller became a shit channel. They used to do interviews at Independence and stuff, and they premiered Zombie Honeymoon. They were interviewing the cast, and they were talking about a potential sequel. And unfortunately, it never happened. This was a long time ago.
Oh, well, hey, if some movies can get sequels after 10, 20 years, so you never know.
Yeah, but the following of this movie is so underground. Like, I don't know if it has the potential, but
hey, we've seen what cult status can do.
Well, it's a zombie film, but it's not an outright zombie film. It's very, it's not like an infestation. It's very one note kind of zombie film. Anyways,
OCD says OCD would like to say Behind the Mask is an honorable mention.
The only reason I wouldn't say that is because it could be considered romantic because but he didn't really love her. He loved the idea of being defeated. So it was more of a self-love in himself, more of an ego.
For me, it was more like a teacher and student kind of thing. It wasn't really a love. It was like a master and student.
Yeah.
Like now the student surpasses
Yeah.
the master kind of thing.
Well, it seemed more of like a lust thing.
Yeah.
Like a more, he wanted to be defeated. He wanted to be, you know, so I don't know. He wanted to be overcome. And so it was
well,
kind
like
of
there
more
are
of-
moments. Okay, there are moments in the film where you think he's like the first time you watch it through, they can be considered moments where he's flirting with her, but it's really more he's testing her mettle. He's like really putting her to the gears, to the screws, kind of like messing with her and seeing if she's got what it takes. Because the whole time, the whole other girl is a ruse the whole time. She knows, and she ends up finding this out. So, yeah, so I think he's testing her mettle. Whereas it can be misconstrued as him flirting. He's really like just fascinated by the fact that this could be his final girl. So that's how it reads to me.
Well, that sounds great. Is there anything else? Because I want to go ahead and talk about this real quick before we go ahead and wrap it up.
I'm hearing Fright Night is finally getting a Tom Holland sequel in book form this month. That's cool. That's really cool. Anthony says, Maddie, you're great. Amanda, even sick, you're gorgeous.
Oh, thank you.
Rec 3 is another good romantic zombie flick. I haven't seen that one.
Yeah, I guess, but I just...
Yeah, OCD says, you're the first person I've ever seen recommend Rec Thief 3 for anything. And I love Behind the Mask, but I would say it's more obsessed with her than in love with her. That's where I was going with that. Yeah, it's more...
That's what we were saying.
Yeah, that's where we were going with that. It was more of a... There was an intensity there with that relationship. It wasn't love.
It was an ego thing. It was him and what he wanted from her versus loving her.
Yeah. Yeah, he didn't want her. He wanted the idea of her. He wanted the idea of what she represented. So... Well, that sounds good to me. You need some rest, my dear, and some hot tea.
I want to talk about this, however, before going off, is we have a few countdowns later this month that we're playing on. But Gory B was talking about on February 17th doing a YouTube crawl, like a pub crawl kind of deal to promote a lot of these YouTube channels. So that's something that I think that we should talk about later. So in that point, I wanted to go ahead and say that we have some top 10 lists that we are looking forward to later this month. We have, of course, Hotties of Horror we have coming up. We have couples. We're going to talk about horror couples. So we have a lot of love themes coming this month. We have a lot of things planned. Unfortunately, earlier today, very embarrassing, the whole issue, because we had everything set up, and then right when I pushed broadcast, my whole computer froze.
Yeah, we had some major technical difficulties, but thank you guys for like hanging in with us.
I did. Matt just had to hear me bitch and cry.
I couldn't figure out on my end too. There was like a whole copy this link thing that was going on, and I was like, I feel so stupid right now. I feel like this is so easy and I should be getting it, and I don't know what I'm doing wrong. So,
well, what happened was I got off work at 4 o'clock and I came home, and I literally been at the computer since 4 o'clock.
We were like on the computer for like an hour trying to figure stuff out, and it just wasn't.
Oh, I was doing here 4 to 10 trying to figure this out. I was crying, I was mad. I was upset because my computer kept fucking up. That's why you don't let anybody use your computer to make things faster, because that's not what happens. What happens is they fuck your shit up. You know, so the more you know.
Okay, anyways, so Lori says that she messaged you about the creepy channel crawl on Twitter, and she just needs to know your availability and time zone.
Okay. So, well, I'm going to Matt, you check your availability and message me, and Gory, I will message you as soon as I wake up from my slumber.
On the 17th, is that a Saturday
Yes.
or a Sunday?
Saturday.
Okay, yeah, I think I'm available all day that day.
Okay.
So at any time, and we're in Central Mountain.
Yeah.
So
So you look at that, and then we'll look at our times and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's gonna be.
But we'll be across the state from each other at that point.
Yes. Yes. So yeah, that concludes our night tonight. Again, I apologize for everybody who was watching and waiting for us at 10 o'clock and we did not come through. That was
I'm sorry. I was asked if I have a Twitter. I have a Twitter account. I'm not really sure how it works. I'm going to play with it when I get off of here. So, I'll figure out how to get into it, and then I'll tell Amanda what my Twitter is, and she can put it on our channel. So we'll figure that out. I'm sorry, Amanda. Go ahead.
Oh, it's okay. I don't know what's going on. I think Mike Peter's fucking up. But anyway, so that's good that we're ending it up. But anyways, guys, so I'm going to go ahead and say bye. For now, I'm going to go get some rest. I apologize for all the inconveniences that we had earlier today about going live at 10. We got it figured out now. It's not going to happen again. I was trying to go live on my OBS via Skype, and it just failed. So we decided to just try the Google, and then that froze. So it won't happen again. We got it figured out. So anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. Remember to be nice to each other. Life is way too short. And Matt, send them off.
Guys, keep it creepy. Y'all have a great one. Thank you. Hugs and kisses. So,
and don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel.
Yes.
We are fucking it up, but you know what? We're working at it.
We're the endearing darlings of the horror genre on YouTube. Don't you just love us and feel so sorry for us?
Even though I sound awful right now, and
it's very Kathleen Turner.
Is it?
It is. I'm not bad. I'm just drawn that way.
Are those pussy willows?
Are those pussy willows? Sorry, I've been eating gravel this evening. Guys, thank y'all so much for being here for us. We consider each and every one of you a friend. So thanks so much. And share so we can stay on YouTube. We love you.
Love you guys. See you later. Bye.